What's up, guys? It's Joel with Carbon Paintball. Today we have a very special product release. This is the Carbon Zero goggle offered by Carbon Paintball. This goggle is actually not out yet, but the guys over at Carbon were nice enough to give us one to go over. So I hope that you guys enjoy this video. If you guys do, please drop a like and hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you guys after the intro. Alright guys, so here we are with the Zero goggle. This is the Zero Pro smoke edition of the goggle system. There is a lot of cool details to explain about this goggle system. So first things first, we're going to go over some general details. There is the Zero Pro edition as well as the Zero SLD. We don't have the SLD yet, but there are a few key differences between the two. First off, the Zero Pro is going to be a very, very soft, flexible material on the face mask, and it's going to come with two different lenses, I should say. A highlight lens, which is going to be for highlight situations, and then a mid-light. For some reason, Carbon is saying that a clear lens is a mid-light lens, which is kind of interesting. And they're also going to be offering low-light lenses, which I would assume are like HD lenses as well as like yellow lenses. So it's going to come with two different lenses. The Zero SLD is going to be a harder plastic and is only going to come with one lens. Both of the goggle systems are going to come with a visor. They're both going to come with a magnetic chin strap as well as this really nice goggle case that is branded by Carbon and is actually made at Carbon's warehouse, which is kind of interesting. The other thing is there is going to be a price difference between the two. The SLD version is going to be retail price point of $199.99. The Zero Pro is going to be offered at $229.99, and basically you're going to get a different face mask as well as an extra lens, which is a nice feature of the two.
They're coming in two sizes.
They are coming in two different sizes, so there is a less coverage as well as a more coverage. We actually have the less coverage here, which is going to not extend as far as the more coverage. So with the more coverage, you are going to get more chin coverage. You are also going to get a slightly larger goggle strap, which is nice. And then the replaceable ear pads is going to also be a little bit larger with the more coverage. It's going to be offered at the same price. It's going to come with the same different colors. It's just basically dependent upon if you want the larger size because you're a larger person or you just like larger mass, whatever the case may be. So that is a very nice feature that Carbon's offering for both the Zero Pro as well as the Zero SLD. That Zero SLD is going to come in different colorways than the Zero Pro. All those are available to view over at the website, and we'll put them here while I'm talking. Let's see here. So yes, less coverage, more coverage, and then the difference between the SLD and the Zero Pro. All right, so the other thing too is delivery. Duh, I should probably talk about when we're expecting this mask. So first shipment of these masks, we're actually looking at somewhere around mid-March. It's currently the end of January here. Mid-March, we are going to get a smaller shipment, limited quantities of this mask, and all of the different colors of the SLD as well as the Pro are going to be available on that shipment, and we are currently taking pre-orders. So with that said, we're going to tap into this mask a little bit. So the mask, as already kind of mentioned, it does come with a very flimsy rubber here, which is very nice. It does have some serious zones of ventilation here, so you can see here that it's very nice there. The front portion offers a lot of breathability there. A lot of guys are really liking how it breathes as well as very little echo because of the type of plastic rubber that they're using. The ear pads are actually replaceable, so you can actually detach these and put different ear pads on if you want. It is with the Zero Pro, it's all one colorway, whereas the SLD is going to be more opaque, meaning it's going to be not as transparent, and it's going to be an actual solid color, as well as with the SLD, it's going to be two different colorways. All right, moving on. The next thing that I like to point out is that the goggle strap is dual silicone, meaning that there is a silicone on the rear there, as well as silicone on the out portion there. The idea behind this is basically Carbon explained to me is that if the silicone wears on the back of the strap, the silicone on the outside of this is actually used to maintain the integrity of the goggle strap. So anybody that's used a goggle for a long time realizes that that can definitely wear and start to bend and can fray and stuff like that. The silicone is there to basically reinforce the goggle strap. It does offer a quick change lens system. We'll go over that on how to change that there in a little bit. Another thing is that it uses its own proprietary lens system. Carbon is actually making their own lenses, which is a really cool feature. And there's going to be a bunch of different colorways when it comes to the C-Spec lenses that I'm really excited. I really like this lens that they've got on this, and they've got some really cool other options that are going to be available. There is a magnetic chin strap, so as you guys can see here, it's going to operate and function very similar to the push chin strap. Everyone's going to compare it directly to the push chin strap, but I guess brand-wise it is different. This is the Fidlock chin strap, but it's going to operate in very similar fashion to the push. Another nice thing is that when you purchase the Zero Pro as well as the SLD, it's going to come with two different goggle foams. So this is integrated with the plastic venting on the top of the mask, and then which is actually how the goggle will come. I actually switched it out already for the magnetic visor option. So this is actually pretty simple to change. I'll show that here in just 1 second. But first things first, this does come with a magnetic visor, which is really cool. So there is 4 magnets on the top of this mask, as you guys can see right there. And basically all you're going to do is line these up, and it's very simple to just pop that into place. There you go. There you have it. That is how simple it is to install the visor. Now, with that said, it is magnetic, so it does come off relatively easily. I can see that there's probably going to be some concerns with the fact that the visor might come off during play. Rest assured that Carbon is going to offer a screw option. If you want to screw your visor in, that's also going to be an option. But I thought that was a really nice feature that they're offering 2 different foam options right off the bat, as well as a magnetic visor, which I don't think has ever been done, which is really nice. Next thing, if you want to switch this out, I should actually point out one other thing here. They are going to be offering a fan option for people that are wearing glasses. So a lot of times for people that wear eyeglasses, the thing that actually fogs on them is not actually the lens, but a lot of times it's the actual glasses. So they are going to, I would assume that's what this middle portion is here. We did already take this portion out, but I would assume that's where the goggle fan is actually going to go. So those people that want to use a goggle fan, that is going to be an aftermarket option that Carbon is going to be offering with the Zero goggle. Did I miss anything, Kenty?
What does it look like on?
Oh, that's important. So just to give you guys a reference, I am 6'3" tall and I weigh about 300 pounds. So relatively larger person. I've got my goggles on, or I've got my glasses on, I should say. And there you go, that's a side profile. This is the less coverage. Is it too small for my face, Kenty?
Maybe slightly. I think that the more option would definitely be covering your chin a lot better. So I think people with longer faces are going to like that option.
Yeah, that is definitely a nice option. And the fact that you're not paying any more for the more coverage.
It's also covering your ears. Even though it's the less, it's still covering your ears, which I like that too. Yes,
it does do a very good job. They've really kind of extended the ear portion out further to really protect ears, which is definitely a nice feature. Let's see here. Next thing I am going to show you guys.
Before you do that, are there any things that can be adjusted on this mask, like the nose bridge?
Yeah, so that's a good point. So this is going to come in at a price point very similar to the push goggle system. You cannot adjust your nose bridge on this. But one thing that I would like to point out is that if you look inside there, it is very wide here. So Carbon Carbon actually intentionally did that, and the idea there is so that it doesn't pinch your nose. I do know that, like, I'm a ProFlex wearer, and because the foam is so thick, it does pinch my nose when I put it on. Whereas when I put this mask on, it is like extremely comfortable and it's not pinching my nose, which is also definitely a nice feature on this goggle. Other adjustable features, I don't think so, really, to answer your question there. All right, so that pops out just like that. We're gonna install this portion here. As you guys can you kind of zoom in on this a little bit? So there is 2 outside latches that's gonna latch into the actual goggle frame here. So I'm going to pop this portion in there, as well as do the same thing on the other side. And then I'm going to actually bend it up into place here, and it will actually kind of pop right into place. Not difficult to install whatsoever. I think Carbon did a good job there. And then there's a middle portion that pops in. And there you guys have it. That is how simple it is to install that and swap it out between the two. So it's very simple. I really like what they did here. Carbon's all about function, and I like the fact that the magnetic visor is so simple to swap out. So if you're in the middle of gameplay, it starts to rain, just grab your visor, boom. You don't even necessarily have to take it off if you can just line up the magnets, which is really nice. I guess the only other thing that I haven't touched on yet is how to change your lens, so we're going to do that now. Alright, so we're going to change the lens now. So there's a goggle strap latch on both sides here. You're going to basically, well, first things first, I want to kind of pull a little bit of slack there, and then I'm going to turn that 90 degrees, and then I'm actually going to turn the latch 90 degrees. There you have it. There's that side. We're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. And once again, I'm going to pull a little extra goggle strap for a little bit of slack. I'm going to turn that just like that. And that is it, guys. That's as simple as it gets when it comes to popping that out. Reminds me very similar of like the Empire E-Flex when it comes to that. Another thing that I'd like to point out is that when you're pushing this out, it actually snaps into place towards the nose bridge. So you actually kind of have to push it out there. Boom. There you guys have it. That is the lens, and just kind of pops out of place. Very simple. How long did it take me, Kenzie? Probably less than 30 seconds to put that in and change that.
Yeah, that was super easy.
All right, and we're gonna do the same thing here. Line it up into place, the slots there. We're just gonna kind of push it into place until it snaps. All right guys, so it's snapped into place there. I'm getting fingerprints all over this brand new lens. That's probably the part that makes me most sad. And then the same thing here. It is one directional, so you have to be careful on the orientation. As you guys can see there, there's like a latch right there. You're gonna line it up with the actual, I don't know if you can actually get that there, but it lines up and then you turn it. Hardest part is probably just getting enough goggle strap slack. And it should go very easily. So I think I'm actually doing it backwards here. Whoops. All right, guys, so there you have it. There's that side. And we're gonna do the same thing on the other side here. Whoops. Once again, it's not going easy, so I think my orientation is wrong. Yep, orientation is wrong. It should go very easy. And there you guys have it. That is how simple it is to change the lens on this thing. Overall, very, very simple. Okay, so that is the overview of the Zero goggle. Kenzie, what's your opinion on this thing?
I think they really did a great job on this. I love the features on it. I love the visor is kind of a universal color. So if you want to do another mask color, you know, you have that. I love the lens sleeve on this. It's very similar to the push. I wear a push mask myself, and the lens sleeves for push are really difficult to get your lens in and out of. So they really did a good job making this easily accessible.
Yep. So as you can see there, that's how simple it is to just pop that in and pop that out of place. Yeah, I am a huge fan of this mask so far. I put it on a few times in the store. Carbon was nice enough to actually give me this goggle system, so shout out to those guys. And I'm going to be wearing this at the field so that I can do a really good review on it. But first impressions are great. It's extremely comfortable. It's extremely lightweight. I think that it does a little bit better job of face protection than the push goggle system. Like the push goggle system is just a little bit small for me. So whereas like this does cover my chin a little bit more, and it definitely does a really good job of protecting the ears. The magnetic visor is a one-of-a-kind feature, which is really nice. And then value for your money, I think that overall you're getting a lot for $230. You're getting the magnetic visor, you're getting the magnetic chin strap, you're getting 2 lenses, and you're getting the goggle case with it all. And overall, I think that's really great. The other thing too that Carbon did with this is that they included a nice little microfiber as well to clean your lens. So overall, guys, I think that this is going to be a big hit. There's a bunch of different colors. So for the Zero Pro, there's going to be 4 different colors. Once again, with less coverage and more coverage options between each color. And then the SLD, once again, 4 different colorways. And overall, guys, they did a really good job with this. If you guys are interested in one of these goggle systems, head on over to the website. Pre-order now. Should be shipping sometime in March. I hope you guys enjoy this video. We'll see you guys next time.